Borderlands, Gunsight by John Shirley. The tale begins in Firestone, a dusty settlement on the unforgiving planet Pandora. Marcus Kincaid, the notorious arms dealer with a penchant for theatrics, discovers a group of orphaned children attempting to break into his munitions warehouse. He contemplates making an example of them, demonstrating the consequences of crossing him, but is ultimately swayed by their desperate plight and his own inherent desire to weave a captivating story. He offers them a deal: food and shelter in exchange for their undivided attention as he recounts his latest tale. This story centers around Mordecai, the renowned vault hunter and sharpshooter, and his loyal avian companion, Bloodwing. Mordecai, grappling with a growing dependence on Zed's potent whiskey, finds himself at odds with his partner, the enigmatic Daphne. Her yearning for stability and control clashes with his insatiable thirst for freedom and adventure. When Daphne pressures him to commit to her ambitious plan of establishing their own fiefdom, Mordecai storms off to Sanctuary, seeking solace and renewed purpose in a fresh mission. However, his escape is short-lived. He receives a chilling message from Jasper, the ruthless leader of a bandit clan operating out of the heavily fortified settlement of Gunsight. Jasper reveals he has kidnapped Daphne, using her as leverage to demand Mordecai's services. Mordecai reluctantly agrees, understanding that defying Jasper would seal Daphne's grim fate. The mission involves infiltrating the heavily fortified Tumessa, ruled by the fearsome and enigmatic Riamus, a mutated figure with 4 arms and an insatiable hunger for iridium-fueled experiments. Jasper seeks to uncover Riamus's secrets and potentially eliminate him as a rival. Mordecai and Bloodwing embark on a perilous journey to Tumessa, encountering numerous threats along the way, including Hyperion mercenaries, the grotesque slag slugs, and the ever-present threat of Handsome Jack's watchful eye from his orbiting H-shaped station. They manage to infiltrate the settlement, but their cover is blown, forcing them into a desperate escape, leaving chaos and destruction in their wake. Meanwhile, Daphne, trapped in a luxurious prison within Jasper's stronghold, remains defiant and resourceful. She uses her cunning and deadly skills to outwit her captors and even survives a harrowing encounter with Big Jaws, Jasper's monstrous pet, a mutated tunnel rat with a voracious appetite for human flesh. Her determination to escape remains unwavering, even as she faces the constant threat of falling victim to Jasper's twisted desires or becoming Big Jaw's next meal. Mordecai, driven by his unwavering devotion to Daphne, returns to Gunsight, only to find the settlement utterly decimated by Riamus's forces. Riamus has unveiled his ultimate weapon, the Crusher, a colossal land battleship capable of leveling entire settlements with terrifying ease. With Gunsight in ruins and Daphne seemingly lost, Mordecai is consumed by grief and a cold, burning rage. He and his newfound ally, the massive and volatile Vault Hunter Brick, form a desperate plan to take down Riamus and his devastating war machine. They enlist the help of the Tunnel Rats, a subterranean race of cannibalistic mutants, promising them a feast of Riamus's soldiers in exchange for their expertise in demolition and explosives. The Tunnel Rats, ever hungry for fresh meat and eager to eliminate a potential threat to their underground domain, agree to the alliance. The Tunnel Rats, working tirelessly beneath the surface, undermine the ground beneath the Crusher's path, setting the stage for a devastating trap. As the massive land battleship rumbles across the weakened terrain, the Tunnel Rats detonate their explosives, causing the ground to collapse and sending the Crusher plummeting into the depths of a massive cavern known as Sudden Canyon. Mordecai and Brick, accompanied by Bloodwing, descend into the wreckage of the Crusher, facing a chaotic battleground where the remnants of Riamus's forces clash with the opportunistic Tunnel Rats. They discover, to their immense relief, that Daphne has survived the carnage, having escaped alongside Fleuron, Riamus's disgruntled consort who seeks to break free from the tyrannical mutant's control. As they attempt to escape the collapsing cavern, navigating treacherous terrain and battling both Riamus loyalists and the increasingly hostile Tunnel Rats, they are confronted by Riamus himself. Encased in a powerful suit of living armor, Riamus appears nearly invincible, his rage and thirst for vengeance fueling his assault. A brutal and desperate battle ensues within the depths of Sudden Canyon. Brick, fueled by his berserker rage, throws himself into the fray, but is ultimately overwhelmed by Riamus's superior firepower and the devastating capabilities of the living armor. Impaled and grievously wounded, Brick falls, leaving Mordecai to face Riamus alone. Mordecai, fueled by grief, rage, and a fierce determination to avenge both Daphne and Brick, unleashes his full arsenal upon Riamus. He fires rockets, grenades, and corrosive rounds from his submachine gun, but Riamus's shield deflects the attacks, leaving the mutant virtually unscathed. As Riamus advances, relishing in Mordecai's apparent defeat, Extra, the seemingly innocuous claptrap, intervenes. Extra reveals its true nature, a vessel for the consciousness of Eleonora Dufty, Mordecai's former employer and a brilliant but unstable robotics engineer. Dufty, having uploaded her mind into the robot before taking her own life, orchestrated this final act of revenge against Mordecai for abandoning her. Extra, acting on Dufty's final instructions and driven by a twisted sense of loyalty, detonates a nuclear device hidden within its chassis. The explosion engulfs Riamus and his living armor, leaving nothing but a smoldering crater and a sense of grim satisfaction for Mordecai. He escapes the cavern, physically and emotionally scarred, but alive. However, his victory is short-lived, as he discovers that Daphne and Fleuron have used the chaos to escape, taking the remaining funds with them. Daphne leaves Mordecai a message, expressing her disillusionment with him and the brutal reality of Pandora. She reveals her intention to start a new life on a distant colony with Fleuron, leaving Mordecai to face the consequences of his actions and the emptiness of his existence on Pandora. Mordecai, heartbroken and weary, returns to his tower, the message from Daphne echoing in his mind like a bitter wind across the barren plains. He contemplates his future on this unforgiving planet, realizing that Pandora has become both his prison and his sanctuary. The harsh landscapes, the constant threat of violence, and the unpredictable nature of its inhabitants have forged him into the skilled and ruthless vault hunter he is today. He recognizes that he is, as Daphne cruelly pointed out, a Pandoran adrenaline junkie, forever bound to this world of chaos and opportunity. He is left with a choice: succumb to despair and self-destruction, drowning his sorrows in Zed's potent whiskey, or embrace the challenges that lie ahead, seeking redemption and purpose amidst the turmoil. Despite the betrayal and loss he has endured, the sting of Daphne's abandonment still fresh, Mordecai chooses to remain on Pandora. He seeks solace and a renewed sense of purpose in the familiar rhythm of missions, battles, and the camaraderie of fellow vault hunters. He knows that he is uniquely suited to survive and even thrive in this unforgiving environment. His exceptional skills as a sharpshooter, his tactical mind honed by countless battles, and his unwavering loyalty to those he considers friends make him a valuable asset in the ongoing struggle for survival on Pandora. He throws himself into new missions, seeking to protect the innocent and fight against the tyranny of figures like Handsome Jack and the remnants of Riamus's forces. He finds a semblance of peace in the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of a well-placed shot, and the knowledge that he is making a difference in this chaotic world. Meanwhile, Marcus, having witnessed the aftermath of Mordecai's battle with Riamus and the children's unwavering determination to carve out a life for themselves on Pandora, feels a renewed sense of purpose himself. He recognizes the potential of the orphans and their resilience in the face of adversity. He sees a reflection of his own younger self in their resourcefulness, their grit, and their unwavering loyalty to one another. As the sun sets over Firestone, casting long shadows over the dusty settlement, Marcus and the children gather around their newly established barbecue stand, the aroma of exotic meats filling the air, a testament to their ingenuity and adaptability. They have found a semblance of family and community amidst the chaos, a bond forged in shared hardship and a mutual desire for survival. They are ready to face whatever challenges Pandora throws their way, knowing that they have each other to rely on. Marcus, ever the entrepreneur, sees an opportunity not only to provide for the orphans, but also to establish a profitable business venture. He guides the children through the intricacies of running a food stall, teaching them the art of preparing exotic meats, setting prices, and interacting with customers. He instills in them a sense of pride in their work and the importance of contributing to the community. The barbecue stand becomes more than just a source of income. It becomes a symbol of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. The children, under Marcus's tutelage, thrive in their new roles. Scaros, with his natural leadership abilities, takes charge of the day-to-day operations, ensuring that the meat is cooked to perfection and the customers are satisfied. Larna, with her quick wit and charming personality, becomes the face of the business, drawing in customers with her infectious enthusiasm and playful banter. The other children contribute their unique skills, forming a cohesive unit that works together to ensure the success of their venture. As their business flourishes, Marcus observes the changing dynamics of Firestone. The fall of Jasper's bandit clan and the destruction of the Crusher have created a power vacuum, leading to a fragile peace within the settlement. However, the ever-present threat of Hyperion, the unpredictable nature of the wildlife, and the constant influx of fortune seekers and outlaws ensure that life on Pandora remains a perilous dance between survival and self-destruction. Through his storytelling and his interactions with the children, Marcus reflects on the nature of Pandora. He sees it as a world of extremes, where beauty and brutality coexist, where opportunity and danger are intertwined, and where the human spirit is tested to its limits. He recognizes that Pandora is not for the faint of heart, but for those who are willing to embrace its challenges. It can offer a unique sense of freedom and a chance to forge their own destiny. If you enjoyed this summary, please consider subscribing to the channel.